and Taste 3 is happening and you don't want to miss it. It's on Saturday, the 7th of June. And this morning, to share more with us is Natalie Orr, event planner, author, and host. Good morning, Natalie, and welcome.
Good morning, Natasha. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show. Thank you for joining us. I know you are a very busy woman with everything that's going on.
Yes.
But before we get into all of that, let's specifically speak about Engage and Taste. It's a wedding mixer. What exactly does it entail?
Okay, so Engage and Taste, it is our third installment. It's an immersive experience, wedding and event mixer happening on Saturday, 7th June at the backyard in Carpichaimo. So it will take you from, as our theme entitled, from vision to vows.
Okay.
So you will get, from the time you arrive, we have valet parking with our agency, Yellow Umbrella. Then you will have our brunch and workshop combo called Brunch Shop, which is a workshop basically to help persons, both if you're planning a wedding or even type of events, to get inspiration from the environment to make that event happen, right? And we top off the day between 6 to 8 with our after party hosted by Salsamology, a dance workshop and party.
Oh, wow. This is a party.
Yes, a full day.
So, right, because you mentioned brunch. So
Yes.
what time does it start?
So it starts from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So like the conventional expos and stuff, this is in an intimate atmosphere so that brides, grooms, event enthusiasts could connect with our top tier vendors who will be there on the day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And again, the dance party will happen afterwards.
So you just mentioned the expo. So for
Yes.
Engage and Taste, I know you said it's a mixer also. So is it that women and men are going to be able to connect with the vendors who are
Yes,
there, see a little bit of what they
certainly.
offer?
Yes, certainly. They will have the opportunity to have that one-on-one consultations with them, of course, by the name Engage and Taste. So we would have food samples. We have from caterers, we have florists, we have photographers. We have a lot of vendors who will be there ready and willing to engage with you on the day.
What about bars?
Yes, bars. We do have bars. We have Tambran House. We have Farm and Function. Other vendors that we have is Pattern Marks. We have Floors by G. Of course, I mentioned Yellow Umbrella, Salsamology. We also have entertainment, and don't forget prices.
Oh, okay. All right. This sounds like a great plan.
Yes.
Natalie, it sounds like, though, a lot of people are involved in this. So, an
Yes.
estimate, how many people are within the team for this coming, next weekend?
Yes. So within the team, we have about 20 to 30 vendors thereabout. So you can get it a wide range. We also have bridal attire as well, to bridal bells. So, persons from, whether if you're planning a birthday party, a wedding, an anniversary, reunion, anything like that, you can certainly come to Engage and Taste 3 to get that information you need and to get the inspiration.
Wonderful. So you're seeing on your screen there's a QR code that you can scan in order to get more information.
Of course.
Also seeing the contribution for the tickets,
Yes.
2-on-1 for 300.
Yes.
Individual 200. But we were also speaking about a VIP option.
Yes, so persons also have the option of the VIP experience. So as you also see on the flyer and on the screen, we are the author of our wedding planning book, Plan Aureola's Wedding in a Year. So what I have done is created this VIP experience that will include this book as well as a 2-on-1 ticket with a swag bag.
Wonderful.
And that price is $600.
Absolutely excellent, and highly recommending
Yes.
the book, because it really is great. And one of the things that is so great about it is the way that it's been done. Yes, it's a year, but you can also sort of condense everything
Yes,
if
you
you
can.
need
Yes,
to.
you can.
Natalie, let's talk a little bit about you now and your experience coming into the wedding industry. How did you start?
Okay, so how I start basically was always having that passion, right? It really has been, because I do work full time, but from the time I started working, family, friends always saw something in me to plan events as well as working. I was always part of the birthday clubs in church, always part of the church group planning. And the turning point for me was really for my mom's birthday, where I decided to plan her 60th birthday and being able to execute that entire event from inception to the execution on the day, it gave me that sense of satisfaction and knew that that was my calling.
Yeah, and of course, we've seen it now come to pass because you've been doing this for years.
Yes.
Let's go back to Engage and Taste 3. When you started, did you see it becoming what it is today?
Not really, because it was something that I felt the industry needed, right? When I got the idea, it was, for me, to be honest, like a trial,
Right.
you know, to see if it was a need. And persons keep asking me year after year, you know, when is Engage and Taste? When is Engage and Taste? So that is how come it has evolved. But I still keep it in that intimate atmosphere so that persons won't feel overwhelmed in that environment.
I was about to ask, in your experience, do you feel as though the intimate, interactive environment actually lends more and is a bit more of an ease on the couple particularly?
Of course, yes, because I see it where they are more comfortable to interact. You know, persons coming in, they don't know anyone, they may just have their fiancé or friend with them. But by the time they leave, I saw where persons are actually interacting with other couples, you know, to learn their experience. So it becomes a family at the end of it.
Yeah, it definitely is a bonding experience,
Yes,
that
it
is for
is.
sure. Where can we get tickets and where can we get more information, Natalie?
Okay, so you can get tickets on our website at worrylessexperience.com. You could also scan the QR code or visit our Facebook event page, Engage and Taste.
So, can we just get a little sneak peek
Sure.
about the venue?
Of course, no problem. So the venue is the backyard. So it's located in Carpichima. It is an outdoor venue space, but it will have a lot that you can actually experience, where we will have vendors set up. We have persons that you can taste, food, interact, and so on. So it is a day experience where you can enjoy.
So I noticed something you would have mentioned would have been bridal attire, but what about
Yes.
for the grooms? Is that also included?
Yes, of course. We even have prizes catered to the grooms. We have a sponsor, Freddie Clips, who will be sponsoring a prize for a haircut for men. So we do have that included for men as well.
Wonderful. And I'm also seeing on the screen there, if I'm not mistaken, that was Kieran.
Oh,
And
okay.
some other people, they're really enjoying themselves.
Yes.
It looks as though it's also one of these events where we come, we show up, and we show out fashion-wise.
Of course, because it is an experience, and that's what we aim to do. You know, from the time you come in, it's about the setting, it's about the decor.
Yeah.
You know, we really want you to take this as an inspiration to take it towards executing their day, whatever type of event they decide to execute.
You know, Natalie, for many, it can be quite a daunting experience.
Yes, it is.
Regardless of, going through it with your partner. It's so much. So very great, very good, and hats off to you for actually doing it in an intimate setting,
Yes,
so
thank
people
you.
can feel a bit more comfortable.
Yes.
But do you have any words of wisdom for those who are either on the journey or getting ready to start that journey when it comes to being able to navigate the upcoming year, because that's the ideal time frame you said, right?
Yes, of course. It is the ideal time frame. Persons who have recently engaged, I will say, of course, take deep breaths at the beginning. And it's all about structure and looking at all your tasks and see what it is you need to do per month. It's really about that, and that is where you will have that worry-less journey.
Worry-less, the key word that we're going to all be using over the next few months. Natalie, any
Of
closing
course.
comments for Trinidad and Tobago?
I want to thank everyone for listening. Be sure again to scan our QR code, visit our website at worrylessexperience.com, or follow our Facebook page, Engage and Taste, and hoping to see everyone there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Natalie Orr with us this morning, speaking about Engage and Taste 3, which is happening on Saturday, the 7th of June. You do not want to miss it. Stay tuned. The Now Morning Show will be back right after this break.